actually go outside in these things?
What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today what I've got for you guys is a classic suit video. Yes, that is right, we finally have our first full look at the Wolverine suit in Deadpool 3. After 23 years of playing the character, Hugh Jackman has finally been given a comic-accurate look for Wolverine with that upcoming appearance in Deadpool 3. Originally, Ryan Reynolds did post a lower quality version of the image up on his Instagram story, but thankfully as the day progressed, the official Deadpool social media accounts were able to release the full 4K image for us all to take a look at in its full glory and break it down here. So if you guys did miss it, or you just want to go save the image for yourselves, I will of course link the Twitter post down there in the description. But without any further ado, guys, let's just break down this amazing suit reveal. Kicking things off here, I will show the image in full on screen for you guys, but right here off the rip, we see both Logan and Wade suited up in this deserted area, and just wow. We had already gotten our first look at the updated Deadpool suit, but now seeing him next to Wolverine in a comic-accurate look, it's all I've ever wanted from an X-Men film. Both suits this time around do end up ditching that sort of standard muted leather that we have become accustomed to, this time opting for a much more sort of vibrant spandex mixed with a bit of a Kevlar weave material, really allowing for these suits to stand out and stand apart from their predecessors. In my mind, this is just about as close to perfect as you can get here with both of these suits. The Deadpool suit, of course, is very similar to what we have seen in the past two movies, just this time with that updated material and making it a much more vibrant, much more bright red color, as opposed to, again, that more muted maroon tone. Now, taking a look at the Wolverine suit, this is what we've all come for. This is what we've all been waiting for. This thing looks like it has been ripped right off the pages of a comic book. It is that classic yellow and blue suit that we have all been waiting for. The only thing missing at the moment is we don't actually see a cowl. My kind of theory for that is that there is a possibility maybe he throws on the cowl when we first see him put on the suit, and then maybe they play it as kind of like a little joke, like Logan just doesn't like the helmet, rips it off, and is like, hey, I'm not wearing that. But taking a closer look here, just the detailing here, I know a lot of people say that suits nowadays have become overly designed. While we do have some of those sort of like angular highlights and everything like that that you've become used to on a lot of suits, it's not overbearing, it's not over designed, and I think it actually all flows very well here. And speaking of detailing, look at those belts. The Deadpool logo on the Deadpool belt and the X-Men logo on Logan's belt. Just perfect there. And then coming down here to the gauntlets, to the gloves, he's got the sort of like metal adamantium claw like covers, or just like things to just put him in the right direction. I don't even know what you would call these, but just he's got the claw slits in his gloves. Those look pretty awesome. And then coming down to the boots, just kind of some standard tactical boots, rounding things off with, you know, just your standard kind of knee pads there. But just overall, just looking at these two right next to each other, who would have thought that we would ever see just comic accurate Deadpool standing right next to comic accurate Wolverine? Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have just achieved something that we have all been waiting for such a long time here. And now, rounding things out, if I did have one critique of the Wolverine suit, it is the sleeves. I'm a big fan of that sleeveless design from the comics, and, you know, Hugh Jackman, obviously, he works hard, he puts in the hours in the gym. he could definitely pull off that sleeveless look if he wanted to. Now, the suit doesn't look bad with the sleeves, but that's just kind of a personal preference there. I would have much rather seen the sleeveless suit, but who knows, maybe they could turn it into, again, maybe another joke in the movie. Maybe he gets the suit battle damaged or something and then ends up ripping the sleeves off, or maybe we even have Deadpool say, hey, that suit looks good, but it's not quite comic accurate. Let's rip off the sleeves and make the fans a little bit happier with that. And then one last thing I wanted to touch on with the suit here, it does have that classic yellow and blue design rather than the yellow and black design that we saw in the deleted scene at the end of the Wolverine film. So I originally had a theory that maybe this suit was going to be the exact same one from the end of that film, that maybe they are doing some multiverse travel. We know this is going to be a multiverse traversal film, so possibly that's where the suit came from, but this kind of throws my theory of that out of the way. But I definitely love the fact that they have gone here with the yellow and blue design over that black and yellow design. But speaking of time travel, we know this is going to be a multiversal buddy cop film with Deadpool and Wolverine just exploring the expanse of the Marvel multiverse, most likely going to be on their way to the main timeline of the MCU, possibly using that time travel device that Cable had during Deadpool 2 that then Wade took at the end of that film. And we know how time travel kind of worked in Endgame, with the fact that it was less of time travel but more moving throughout timelines, so that could definitely line up here, especially with what we know about the film already, and the fact that they even announced that the version of Elektra from the Ben Affleck Daredevil film, played by Jennifer Gardner, will be back in this movie in some capacity, which just completely opens up the multiverse to literally any character that's ever been in a Marvel film showing up here. So overall, guys, I just could not be happier here after all these years, not only to see Hugh Jackman in a comic accurate Wolverine suit, but to just have him next to Deadpool in another super comic accurate suit where they seem to be just tearing it up across space and time. And in addition to this official still that we did have released, we're also getting a ton of other behind the scenes pictures just dropping at random, as the movie is still filming and it is set to release at some point next year in 2024. I know it has a concrete release date, or it has said that it has a concrete release date, but with the writer's strike and everything going on, I wouldn't be surprised if that release date does get pushed back a little bit, but I'm totally fine with that. I'd much rather them take their time and make the best possible film. I am all in on this Deadpool 3 hype train, and I just cannot wait to see what else is released between now and its release date next year. So with that said, guys, I want to know what you thought about all of this down there in the comments below. What did you think of the Wolverine suit reveal? Are there any other alterations or modifications that you would make of your own? And what other characters would you like to see appear here in Deadpool 3, given that we are exploring the multiverse? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this down there in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.